Welcome back to Loket, Czech Republic for round 13 of the FIM Motocross World Championship course. The MXGP of Czech Republic here in Loket, the Serpentine Circuit. Mid-20s is the weather conditions here in the west of the country, just close to the German border. The MXGP race 2, all 30 minutes plus 2 laps of it are about to get underway here. 1,600 meters or thereabouts. Let's round it up to 14, shall we? The length of the racetrack here, generally hard pack, you'll see that. Hard and slick, edgy bumps, covers a multitude of different hills and valleys, off cambers, uphills, downhills, very steep as well. And it's been a mainstay on the calendar for a very, very long time, since we first came here in 1995. A lot of fans in there supporting Tim Gajser this weekend. And before we go anywhere, though, if you didn't already see it, here's what happened in race 1. Gate dropped. Gajser made a good jump, but so too did Jeremy Seewer, and it was Seewer who grabbed his second FOX Holeshot of the year. Febvre went to the outside, came out second. Gajser was third. Paulin was fourth. As they came out of turn 2, Paulin ran Gajser to the outside and up the bank here. He was lucky to stay up, but Gajser then got his revenge on the first downhill. He ran down the inside of the Frenchman, took over third to split up the Yamahas. His teammate, Brian Bogus, was right there in 5th place. Koldenhoff made a good start, but then he fell on the first lap and had a lot of work to do to get back to 13th. Seewer made a mistake at the start of lap 2. Febvre didn't need a second invite. AJ, Ominas Jasikonis, up the inside of Brian Bogus as he found his way into 5th. But AJ then almost took out himself, and Gauthier Paulin had to yield. Those two are fighting over 4th and 5th for the majority of the race. Jordi Tixier was just behind Bogus and, 8th place? But then he went missing about just after the halfway point. Seewer was hanging out there in 2nd place, but he was being caught by Tim Gajser in 3rd, as Arno Tonis didn't make a great start. He eventually came home in 10th position, made a couple of mistakes, found his way past Simpson, had to do it all again. Eventually, though, he did find his way past Simpson for that 10th place. Anstey moved past Brian Bogus to move into 8th. With about 6 laps to go, that was Gajser going past Seewer, who tried to retaliate immediately for 2nd. That was 4 or 5 laps to go. And then in the latter stages, Seewer came under attack from Paulin and Jasikonis. They fought over 3rd place. But it was Seewer who hung on. Paulin was 4th, Jasikonis 5th. But Romain Febvre took his 2nd race win of the year for Monster Energy Yamaha from Gajser and Seewer, his teammate. Well, this weekend we are in Loket, Czech Republic, round 13. Next week we head to Belgium, the MXGP of Belgium at Lommel. Take a week off, then we go to Imola in Italy and Sweden. Back-to-back races there. Week off, we go to Turkey, China. Those two are back-to-back. Week off, and then we go to the FIM Monster Energy Motocross of Nations, Assen, in the north of the Netherlands, right at the end of September. Right, let's go down to Lisa. She caught up with Team HRC's Brian Bogus, but before that, the Jerry man, Jeremy Van Horbeek, Honda SR Motor Blues.
Okay, we're almost ready for the final race of the day, MXGP race 2. Before we get underway, I'd like to speak to Jeremy Van Horbeek about that first race. You worked your way all the way up to 7th, but you had a bad start, didn't you? I think you were like down in 22nd or something?
Yeah, I was really far, and it's a bummer because, you know, I feel so good, and you know, I've been top 5 all weekend, so you know, the start is the key here, and yeah, what can I say? You know, I guess you know, with my stock bike and just a pipe, you know, it's not so easy to start up front with those guys, and the riding is good though, but yeah, we keep working, and I just pray for a good start, and the rest I will handle.
Well, here in excuse me, here in Loket, you actually got your first and only MXGP overall victory, didn't you? I think it was back in 2014. Yeah. So clearly, you've got a good feel for the track. You've been strong all weekend on it. So
yeah, you know, it's a while ago already, but the track changed it. Like the layout is still the same, but it seems like it's more tacky at some places. So, you know, over the years it's changed, but yeah, I get some good memories. So yeah, let's give it all second moto and see where we can finish.
Have a great race. Thanks, Jeremy. Okay, I'd like to speak to Brian Bogus just quickly about that first race. You had a good start. You were running inside the top 5. It's good to see you at the sharp end. Ended in 9th, I think it was. Just tell us about the race from your seat.
Yeah, I had a really good start. I was 5th in the beginning, and I stayed quite long in the 5th place. So yeah, that's really good, you know. And I felt I was good there, you know. With the speed, I felt really good. But then from like the middle of the race, I got a little bit arm pump, maybe a little bit too stressful riding, you know. And then I needed to slow down a little bit and still finish 9th. But yeah, I will take that. Top 10s are good. So yeah, I hope to take another good start and fight for the better position, of course.
Good luck for the second race. Thanks, Brian. Okay, good luck to all the guys there. It's time for the final race, MXGP Race 2.
Duchu dojede a uvidíme krásné závody. Takže Tim Gajser na rozhovoru působil úplně spokojeně.
Here's how the top 5 stand then after race 1. Coming into race 2, round 13 of the FI Motocross World Championship, MXGP of Czech Republic here at Loket. Tim Gajser now moves to 560 points. Of course, he's got 8 wins, 11 podiums. Jeremy Seewer, 175 points behind him. Gauthier Paulin now moves up into 3rd. He's 24 behind Jeremy Seewer. Then we've got Kai Rowley, but Arno Tonus on 357, just 4 points behind 3rd place Paulin. And this weekend, with it being the first European round since we came back from those 2 Asian rounds, of course, fantastic crowd. Romain Febvre goes to the line after picking up his 4th pole position of the season on Saturday's qualifying. Jeremy Seewer, Tim Gajser, Arno Tonus, Van Horbik, Searle, Paulin. Of course, Searle riding Monster Energy Kawasaki racing team this weekend. Jonas goes to line 9 ahead of Arminas Jasikonis. And Sean Simpson, Jasikonis, coming from a first-turn crash in the qualifying race on Saturday. But if you've never been to this racetrack here, Loket, in Czech Republic, it is a throwback to the old school. It's probably one of the few places now where you can get up close and personal to the riders as they go by. There's fences, riders, the fans are hanging over the fences, and you really feel that atmosphere, that closeness, that warmth from the fans. Certainly Tim Gajser, he's got a lot of fans here this weekend. There's Jeremy Seewer. Now, coming into this one, we've had 6 different winners in the last 6 rounds. Clement de Salle, 2013, was victorious here ahead of Jeremy Van Horbik, who was victorious in 14. Romain Febvre was the winner in 15. Max Nagel for Husqvarna, their only victory around this Loket circuit. He was the winner in 16. Kai Rowley 17, Hurling's 18. Honda's last win, incidentally, came back in 2009. Clement de Salle's first victory when he was on the Honda just before his 21st birthday. So can Tim Gajser take his first win and Honda's first win in 10 years? Or will it be Romain Febvre with his first victory since Saint-Jean d'Angely 2016? Arminas Jasikonis, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, 5th in race 1. He was fast in the qualifying race when he picked himself up from the turn 1. There's his teammate. Of course, Jonas, those 2 came home 5th and 6th in race 1. Almost ready to go. 1 or 2 riders just making their way into position. Here's Van Horbik, Honda SR Motor Blues, the very, very private Honda team. Can he get a result here in race 2? The home of where he picked up his first and only MXGP victory back in 2014. But as he said in the pre-grid interview, the circuit has changed over the years, a little bit more dirt on there. The Fly Racing 15-second board goes up for the final time this weekend here, round 13 of the FI Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Czech Republic here at Loket. Alessandro Lupino and Ivo Monticelli there with his finger on the clutch ready to go. They're over on the far right-hand side. Gajser pretty much center. The gate drops. He gets a good jump. So too does Seewer again. And Seewer moves across. Tommy Searle with a good start as well. He holds the inside line, comes out, 3rd? As Misha Boy Dewar goes down in the yellow on the Metals Yamaha. Couldn't quite see who it was. It's probably Seewer that got the FOX Holeshot. If that's the case, that's 2 in the day for the Swiss rider. A little bit loose over that first double, though. Gajser behind him in 2nd. Paulin in 3rd. Febvre in 4th. Tonus in 5th, up the inside of Searle. Those two bar to bar. Searle has to transfer on that Monstrengi Kawasaki as they drop downhill. Jonas behind him in 7th. Davide De Bortoli, there he is at 143. Good start in the qualifying race yesterday. He's in there again today. 9th place. Sean Simpson, Van Hoorbeek in 10. Monticelli, Bernardini, Jasikonis, Koldenhoff. Gajser in 2nd, just behind Seewer. Febvre looks to make a move early on Paulin. He makes it stick as well. Puts the squeeze on the 21, goes into 3rd. He knows he can't afford to hang around. And Searle at the inside of Tonus as well. Into 5th place on that Kawasaki. Big panic rev for Seewer as he comes into land, bottom of the hill. Circuit a little bit different to what it was for race 1. Febvre, man, he is showing his cards early, isn't he? On the gas. Definitely looking at going after his first Grand Prix win in 3 years. And the two Monstrengi Wilbo Yamahas, Paulin and Tonus. Tonus found his way back past Tommy Searle, looking to go after his teammate Paulin in the orange. Well, they both got orange gloves, actually. Paulin's a little bit more fluorescent. De Bortoli going backwards. Van Hoorbeek finds his way through. It's going to be all change on this opening lap here. But the fans in the crowd there, here to support the 243. Tim Gajser, the Slovenians don't mind travelling. Oh, and he catches the bank as well. A mistake, and Febvre's going to go through. Wow, that was an invite. Not going to throw that one away. Monstrengi Yamahas 1 and 2 there, but Febvre will go to the outside. He knows that the threat is there from the inside from Gajser. Buries it a little bit too deep on the HRC Honda. Pulled him around that corner though when he got on the gas. A couple of bobbles there as well, but Febvre is a man in a hurry. Going after Seewer, his teammate, just like they did in qualifying, just like they did in race 1. And it's the same 3 riders at the head of the field in all 3 races that we've had this weekend, if you include the qualifier on Saturday. How long can Seewer lead for? He led for a lap in qualifying. Led for a lap yesterday, race 1 today. Oh, Gajser looking for a dry line around the outside. Paulin 4th, Tonus 5th, Jonas 6th, Searle 7th, Van Hoorbeek 8th, Koldenhoff 9th, De Bortoli 10th. Simpson 11, Jasikonis 12, Bogus 13, Folotti, Anstey, Tixier, Bernardini, Strydos, Leut and Seba Brilikov. They're your top 20. Anthony Rodriguez just outside of the points, 22nd, 23rd. Paulin doing his best to keep Gajser in his sights. Febvre holding a nice tight line as he looks for something a little bit different, and he might get it here as well. It's a nice quick trajectory from that couple of corners up here. Works his magic, a nice tight right, downhill, sweeps up and then through the left and jumps across the right to carry more momentum, more speed up into turn 1. And he's right on the rear wheel of the 91 of Seewer once again. Seewer going after his first MXGP race victory. Febvre going after his 3rd win this year. Tim Gajser just keeping a watching brief there in the background. I think it's one of those damage limitation weekends for the 243 of Gajser this weekend. He's got a big, comfortable lead. Coming into this one is 175 points clear of the race leader here, Jeremy Seewer. But knowing when to take points, he's going for the championship, remember. Seewer looking a little bit loose. Right, here's Seewer. He gets a great jump, comes across, over from the left to the right. Puts Gajser behind him. Grabs his 2nd FOX Holeshot. But he's under threat and he makes a move to the outside. Febvre goes to the inside. Wow, that back end dancing left and right. It's not strictly come dancing yet, my friend. That doesn't happen until the off-season. Febvre just needs to be patient. If he starts getting frustrated, That's when he loses that smooth flow, that rhythm. Here he is, though, closing in on Seewer as they reach turn 1. Yet again, a nice tight line for the Frenchman as the Swiss goes wide and triples his way through the rhythm. So too does Gajser. Febvre opted to go tight, double, single. Using a lot of unnecessary energy now, trying to find his way through, trying to force the issue. But Seewer knows that it's all about beating your teammate, rule number 1. So Alessandro Lupino was in 20th position, but I believe he's gone missing. Top of his screen, yeah. Wow. Hooked up there with... oh, then he gets hit on the way through as well. Just got tagged. Couldn't do anything about it. Anyway, back with the leaders. 23.5 minutes still to run here, plus 2 laps. MXGP Race 2. Round 13 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, MXGP of Czech Republic. Romain Febvre, last one here back in 2015. That, incidentally, was Yamaha's last victory in the Premier Class. Seewer has never won here. But if Febvre stays where he is in second place, he will take the overall from Jeremy Seewer. And it'll be a 1-2 for Yamaha this weekend. This is what he does so well here. Just opens that corner up nicely. No bumps, hits that just a little bit quicker. Gajser's all over that line as well, though. Slovenian fans making a whole load of noise over on that far bank. As we said, you look at the fans here, nice and close to the action. Four laps complete. Gajser was the fastest man last time around with a 48.6, 49.3 this time, though, as Seewer goes 48.8, 3/10 quicker than Febvre. I think Gajser fancies this, though. Difficult track to race aggressively, because as soon as you dump the clutch and ask too much of the rear wheel, back end's going to come around on you. You've got those little hidden bumps, sharp edges. And I think that's Gajser's probably, might be one of his nemesis tracks a little bit, because he likes to ride aggressive. Febvre loves his conditions because he's a little bit smoother, but Jeremy Seewer impressing at the moment, leading all 4 laps MXGP Race 2. Paul about 4 seconds, but further back, as Febvre looks to take a slightly wider line. This is where he took the lead in Race 1. Gets good drive here as well, but stays a little bit lower, gets his wheels on the ground a little bit sooner. He's going to have to start thinking outside of the box in a minute, because he's eating a lot of roofs there. He's getting peppered with stones and rocks, hard dirt. He might work something here. He's going to start to square off. He'll go to the right of Seewer, back onto the start straight here. He may cut to the inside. Perfect move there for Febvre, and he's controlled it perfectly. Seewer will triple at the end. Febvre had to triple as well. Oh, couldn't make it stick. Still hasn't given up. Well, that was his main passing opportunity. But he might have to do it here. He's going to have to go the long way round after the finish line jump. But we've seen it doesn't always work out. But it might do. A bubble there for Seewer. And Febvre has the commanding line at the bottom of the hill. All of a sudden, lap 6, Febvre finally gets his Monster Energy Yamaha past his teammate Jeremy Seewer for the lead. Gajser would have seen that as well in the background in third, where that opportunity arose from. So are we going to see Gajser just up his ante here? Seewer would be... Let's have a look at these points, actually. Febvre would be 50 points. Jeremy Seewer would go 44. Gajser would be 42. Watch this. Got on the gas here. A slight bubble there, but he knew that Febvre was there, did Jeremy Seewer. man who loved it. Gajser going after Seewer now. He knows that if he's close, not through this left-right, but at the top of the next hill, just beyond the Parts Europe banner there, he knows that he can do what Febvre did a moment ago. But he has to be inch perfect. And he's not going to be close enough. But he's got the same line, the same option. Cuts across that corner perfectly. Then jumps across to the right now. And then up the inside, just opens up that corner into turn one, just that little bit. That's what Febvre did. And that's what Gajser is planning on doing as well, no doubt. Fantastic ride this from Jeremy Seewer, though. 3 podiums in the last 5 races for the Swiss rider, number 91. Romain Febvre, fastest lap of the race, a 1:48.1. He's almost 2 seconds clear of Seewer. Gajser was quicker than Seewer that time around by a full second. A 50.3 and a 49.3 for the Honda rider. Paulin is next, 6 seconds further back from Monstranesi Wilbo Yamaha. He's in 4th, ahead of his teammate Jonas Van Horebeke in 6th place. He did get the better start that he was asking for. He's only a second down on Jonas, similar lap times as Gajser around the outside. Same move as it was in race 1, but not able to make it stick this time. Trying to work something out at the bottom of the hill, but again, he's going to have to be aggressive here, and he does. Parks Seewer. Second then for Gajser. He knows he has to go after Febvre if he is to take an 8th Grand Prix victory in a row, 9th of the season. But he's got his work cut out, because there's Febvre disappearing off into the distance. Oh, Searle is down. He already had a little bit of rib damage. Where is that? Is that coming out behind pit lane area? I think it might be. So the number 100, Tommy Searle, out of 9th place for Monster Energy Kawasaki Racing Team. See what Gajser can do from here then. Brother Neck on the right-hand side. Not done yet. Gajser pulls this one out of the bag. That'll be kind of against the run of play, if you like. 2.7 down on Febvre, because you get the feeling that, as you say, as we said earlier, it's kind of his nemesis, really, this track. Not that he never really does well here, but he's never won here. Watch this. Downhill, hard on the brakes. Had no opportunity, had no other option, really. Firm but fair. Bottom end of the circuit. He already committed to the right-hand side. Seewer tried to attack. Had nowhere to go. So is Gajser just going to be happy to sit there in second, pick up second overall, take points from Seewer. 2 more he will gain, so they'll go to 177. Aye, aye. Jerryman. And Jonas in 5th, Van Horebeke in 6th. By far, this privateer team of Jeremy Van Horebeke suiting him down to the ground. The Belgian is alongside Jonas. Going from one side of the track to the other, looking to force something here. Oh, he cuts back to the inside. Going to do something again. Oh, go on, Jezza. Hang it out. Not giving up. Obviously likes his place. Watch this. Just catches this bank here. That, actually, if that was a perfect line around the outside, he might have got a little bit closer. Jonas will make him wait another lap at least. $15 minutes to go. Oh, plus 2 laps. A little bit offline there. So Romain Febvre, 4.3 seconds clear. The threat from Gajser not there yet. The mistake there from Jonas on the exit of that corner. That will play right back into the hands of Van Horebeke. Jonas behind in 7th for Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, then Colden off on the standing construct KTM. Jacikonis 9, Anstey 10, Simpson for RFX KTM, powered by PAR Homes in 11. Strybos JWR Yamaha is 12. Brian Bogus HRC is 13. Brudikov 14. Davide De Bortoli 15. Tanoleo A1M Husqvarna is 16. 17 is Samuele Bernardini on the Guidinelli Racing Yamaha. Tixier VHR KTM threw his bike at the fence in race 1 is in 18th. Tom Cock back in the points in 19th, and Alessandro Lapino for Gavin Van Roy Kawasaki. Right, 4.3 seconds was the gap. A lap ago, and Febvre, you know what? He has made a mistake here because his second sector, 27.3, 3 seconds down on Gajser. Well, this was Febvre getting to the lead, passing Paulin for 3rd early on. Then he made a move on Gajser, who made a mistake coming out of turn 2 a lap or so later, got him into 2nd place. Then he went after his teammate, Jeremy Seewer. Eventually, after about 4 or 5 laps, he found himself in the perfect position, charged down the hill and into the lead. But his lead is now under threat because Gajser is closing in. It was 4.3. It is now 2.2 because of one sector where Romain Febvre 27.3, Gajser 24.7. So Gajser will be able to get a sniff of the odor. The old man's aftershave for the man ahead of him, Romain Febvre. More importantly, he'll get a sniff of those 25 points and the overall Grand Prix victory as well. Opting for this outside line. Likes that, doesn't he? Maybe just because there's a couple extra more bumps on the inside going into that right-hander on the main race line that everyone else is using. Short to the inside here. Just trying to find the shortest way around this racetrack. Normally the quickest. Short, sharp, steep, uphill. 90 meters, bottom to top. 12 minutes plus 2 to go. Can Febvre just open up this advantage again? 32.2 when he pulls the 10th back at sector 1. 23.8, 24.5, another 3/4 of a second there. So the answer is probably yes. We'll see that gap go to more than what it is now, 2.2. Sector 3, about the same. 27.3s for both Febvre and Gajser. See, we're making him work though, isn't he? Again, back end working overtime on that Honda. Febvre over the line, 10 laps complete for him, a 1:48.9. Gajser a 1:49.4, so yeah, 2.7, so another half a second pull back. Watch this. He's already had an argument or two. Actually, that's 3 arguments with that bank he's had now. One because Paulin pushed him there in the first race. And he made a mistake there that allowed Febvre through earlier on in this second race. Slight bobble there going into the turn, but nothing major. That marker's starting to come into play, though. Such a nice riding style, up on the pegs. Right at the balls of his feet. Febvre relishing these kind of conditions, though. So far this year, in terms of race wins, Tim Gajser has 15. He's going to be looking at race win number 16 so far. Romain Febvre now on 2, looking for race win at number 3. But only 2 people in MXGP have won a Grand Prix this year. Tim Gajser has won 8. Tony Cairoli has won 4. This is round 13. Are we going to see a new winner in 2019? Is it going to be Romain Febvre, or is it going to be a first-time ever victory here for Tim Gajser? And Honda's first in 10 years since Clément de Saux on the LS Honda back in 2009. 9.5 minutes, +2 to go. MXGP race 2. That line is now starting to fall away, starting to crumble. 3.3 the gap now, so Febvre is steadying his ship. Nicely done, just using that little accelerate, that bump there, just to pop his way over, pre-jump his way over the top of the hill, right to the entrance of pit lane. Here's Seewer, about 4 seconds down now. His pace is slow, 51 compared to the 49s of Febvre and Gajser. Gajser still trying to keep Romain Febvre honest. Paulin still 4th, Turner still 5th, Van Horbik 6th, Jonas Koldenhoff, Jasikonis and Anstey. They're your top 10. Febvre on course though for the overall. Oh, this was Febvre a moment ago. Looking solid at the moment. Here's his teammate Seewer. He's going to be on the podium here, 3rd overall, 40 points, 2 third place finishes for the number 91 Monster Energy Yamaha. And for Seewer, that'll be podium number 4 this year. All of them will be 3rd place finishes. He won't mind about that though. Just getting outridden today by Gajser and Febvre. Bit of back brake there. Saw the sudden change of angle mid-flight. Here's Gajser. He's on course for 2nd overall. 2 second-place finishes would give him 44 points. Romain Febvre already downhill, 4 seconds clear. So it's going to be 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4 for Paulin. That'll be your first 4, should things stay the way they are. Gajser, of course, increases his lead by another 3 points over Jeremy Seewer, who would stay 2nd in the championship. Paulin would be 3rd, Tonus 4, Cairoli would slip to 5th. Here's Paul Jonas on the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, and behind him the standing construct KTM of number 259, Glenn Koldenhoff, sandwiched between the 2 Rockstar Energy Husqvarnas, because Jasikonis starting to close in on the Dutchman as well. 7th, 8th and 9th here. They'll start to feel it now in their hands, this hard-packed circuit, those bumps, those hard edges. Even when they get on the gas and you get the back end working overtime like that, you're feeling it because you're on the seat the whole time. So much energy, so much force from the bike is going up through your backside, through your lower back. The braking bumps on the downhills, you know, they're steep hills as well, and coming into here, these places, you're going downhill, the braking, the forces through your upper body. Of course, these guys, they train for all this kind of stuff all the time, but they'll still feel it tomorrow. They'll be glad of a nice bed to get into this evening. But the hard pack real starting to come through now. That gives you an illustration of how undulating this circuit is. Up hills, down hills, off cambers. Here's Koldenhoff though. Standing construct KTM. Tough first race. A better second race. He's there in 8th place, sandwiched between the 2 Huskies. Jonas here from Latvia, Jasikonis of Lithuania. His teammate, Max Anstey, in 10th place. Monticelli in 25th, so obviously having more issues. He's had a tough day actually, hasn't he? It's a tough weekend, Ivo Monticelli. Not clicked for him at all this weekend. 16th in race 1, picked up 5 points. But his teammate will believe that he can go after Jonas here for 7th, but 5 minutes plus 2 to go. Just needs to turn it up a little bit. Febvre continues to lead though. 4 seconds clear of Gajser at the head of the field. Here's Jeremy Van Horbik, number 89 on the Honda SR Motor Blues machine. He is in 6th place, going after the number 4 Monster Energy Wilbo Yamaha of Arno Tonus. These two still fighting over 5th. Van Horbik thought he found a way through. Taking a look over his shoulder, wants to know, well, can I relax, or if I attempt to move on Tonus and it doesn't work out, is there a danger man there lurking in the background where I could lose 6th place and 5th overall in the Grand Prix? Back marker splitting, but not for very long, the number 4 and the number 89. Watch this. Tonus goes to the inside. Back marker knows where he needs to be on the track. He goes to the outside, allows Van Horbik through. Tonus not going to make it 7 podiums this year. 8th overall for the Swiss rider. But Van Horbik could nick a position from him. Jorge Zaragoza, number 96, Yamaha Ausio rider, back here this weekend, just cruising. These two separated by about 1.5 seconds, 1.6 seconds. They hit the line. Van Horbik looks like he's fancying a little bit of Tonus at the moment, though, as this race draws to a close, keeping the Swiss rider on his toes. Davide De Bartoli has been pushed down a couple of positions. Tom Cock, Alessandro Lupino, Tommy Searle have all gone through. So Searle now in 19th after picking his bike out of the fence earlier on, and he had a good start as well. Got pushed back to 9th, but now he finds himself in 19th place. Not the debut that he would have wanted for Monster Energy Kawasaki Racing Team, but Francois Lemarié did say that they would give Tommy Searle full support for the rest of the season as he fills in for the injured Julien Lieber and Clément de Sal. Bit of front fork damage on the right side of Van Horbik's bike. Romain Febvre, that tight right. Back end comes around. Ooh, there is a nasty edge there. Little reminder as to how this track is shaped up over the course of the weekend. Here is Ivan Monticelli. He's a lap down, out of the points, as Febvre goes through to take the finish line. 15 laps in the books now for Romain Febvre. Gajser still 4.3 seconds behind. His win streak will come to an end. Here is Gajser just in the background, just behind Ivan Monticelli, so the third standing construct rider, KTM, number 128. Who would have been hoping for a better result here on this circuit. It just hasn't been his weekend. One of those days. Bottom of the hill, bottom right-hander, Romain Febvre. That's what about 4.3 seconds looks like. Keeps it nice and tight. But what a turnaround for Febvre. Didn't score in race 1. Semarang damaged his handlebars in a crash as he was finding his way past his teammate, Jeremy Seewer, who went on to finish 3rd in that one. And he bounced back with a 5th, but the motivation to do well at that point after a poor start, not the same as it would have been had he found himself winning that race potentially. But yesterday in the qualifying race, he was pleased with his performance, felt comfortable on the bike, felt comfortable on the track. He said, did this in Semarang, and I made mistakes on Sunday, just need to focus on Sunday. And then after race 1 today, he just said, hopefully it can be a good weekend. Because obviously he had to think about race 2 as well. ...16 laps complete. The gap 5.2 now. Gajser just dropping his pace ever so slightly. He knows he's going to be on the podium. He knows he's going to pick up another 2 points on Jeremy Seewer. That'll go to 177. And this is Romain Febvre's race and Grand Prix to lose now. But he's looked solid. So this is Febvre a couple of laps ago. Just watch how he gets up over the hill here. There's like a little knuckle around about there. Uses that, compresses the back end, launches away onto the top, nice and smooth. Having fun this weekend, Romain Febvre. Looks like he's enjoyed his racing. Obviously loving the conditions, the hard and slick, his smooth riding style. The key this weekend. And he looks like he's on a different racetrack to everybody else. Getting ready to take the penultimate lap, 2-lap board. Anthony Rodriguez there, 127. Tough return to the World Championship in the MXGP class on a 450 for Bosch GP Kawasaki. Just needs a bit more time on the bike, but Romain Febvre, 2 laps to go. See, look, there's that berm just blown out, but actually probably makes that line a lot better now. That corner. You got the compromise. You go inside, you can drift to the outside. Romain Febvre will stay 10th in the championship, though. 4 points behind Paul Jonas. Gives you some idea of the damage that the beginning of the season did for him when he didn't do the 4 rounds. Great Britain, Netherlands, the 2 Italian rounds because of injury. And that no score Semarang obviously cost him as well. Rider down in the next left-hander. Oh, Searle facing the wrong way. So not been his weekend either, Tommy Searle. Steep uphill, so I can only assume that he caught an edge coming out of that turn and the thing just come around, spat him down. Febvre going slower to go faster there, just holding a nice tight line, not rushing the corner. He got a warning a couple of laps ago where the back end pitched him out, where he tried to drift. But he has been silky smooth all weekend long. Getting ready to take the 1-lap board. Romain Febvre on his final lap here, round 13 of the FIA Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Czech Republic. He has a 4.5-second advantage over Tim Gajser and Team HRC. But Romain Febvre, Monster Energy Yamaha, is now starting to enjoy this final lap. He knows this has been long overdue. He's already won 2 races this year, but not been able to put it together to take the overall win. 3rd overall in France, 2nd overall Latvia, 2nd overall Indonesia. In Palembang. Tim Gajser, 2 seconds. He's played the safety game and still extended his lead over Seewer in the championship by 6 more points as we head to Lommel in a week's time. Romain Febvre knows there will be no threat from behind on this final lap. Gajser is impressed just on the fact that he's not tried to rush it. He's not been phased about the win streak. He's taken the points. And they say you win your championships on your worst days. It's not a bad day, but 2 seconds and you extend the championship lead. That's a pretty decent day. But in front of the fans, Tim Gajser receives the plaudits, but ahead of him, Romain Febvre uphill for the final time. And for Romain Febvre and Monster Energy Yamaha, the Frenchman will celebrate his first Grand Prix victory since Saint-Jean d'Angely 2016. His 13th Grand Prix victory. Finally, Febvre can celebrate winning the Grand Prix. And Jeremy Seewer on the podium with him in third, behind Tim Gajser. Paulan comes over the line fourth, Tonus fifth. Well, no win for the Slovenian contingent this weekend, but he will be on the podium, and he increases his championship lead as well. Febvre, Gajser, Seewer, Paulan, Tonus, Van Hoorbeek, Jonas, Koldenhoff, Jasikonis, and Anstey, your top 10. MXGP Race 2. Here's Max Anstey over the line now for standing construct KTM. In 10th place. And Kevin Strybos for JWR Yamaha. Here's Alessandro Lupino. Been a while since we saw the JK Geben, the Geben van Venrooy Kawasaki rider. Last time we saw him really in the Grand Prix was in Russia when he fell, but he's back. Not to 100%, but pleased to get through this one. Been a real test mentally, psychologically for him this weekend, physically as well, of course. Samuele Bernardini, Guidinelli Racing Yamaha. The number 321 will pick up the final point in 20th place. Lupino 17, Tom Cock 18 for Sarholz. Misha Boydewal 19th for Hutton Metals Yamaha. Bernardini here will bring him home. Anyway, Romain Febvre should have made his way down to the winner's enclosure by now, and should be getting ready to speak to Lisa Leyland any moment now. Of course, everybody will rush the podium, as is always the case, as they enjoy the celebrations. Flags from all nations, from all over Europe and all over the world. Anyway, here is Febvre.
Romain Febvre, congratulations. Your first GP victory since 2016. It's been well overdue. Just tell us, what does it mean to you?
Everything. It means everything. The victory, it's a feeling that you cannot describe. And I did it, I think, well, 1-1. I make a mistake the second moto. I stalled the bike. I lost again some position, some time. Team closed the gap, and I say, oh, I need to push again, and I did it. I opened the gap again, and I'm really happy to win also for my team. They did a great job. It was a long road to the victory, so happy about my team, Monster Energy Yamaha Factory MXGP team, and hopefully we'll see more and more victory coming soon.
Well deserved. Thank you.
Finally, a smile on the face of Romain Febvre. Race wins are okay, but Grand Prix wins is where it's at. The Monster Energy Yamaha rider going 1-1 here and taking his 13th career victory. It's taken 3 years, and it's been a roller coaster of a ride of emotions and injuries and all kinds of setbacks as well. But Romain Febvre leaves Czech Republic. He last won here in 2015 en route to the World Championship. Official confirmation of MXGP Race 2 then. Romain Febvre wins it for Monster Energy Yamaha. Tim Gajser, Team HRC. Seewer was third. Paulan for Monster Energy. Wilvo Yamaha was fourth, ahead of his teammate Tonus. Van Hoorbeek, Honda, SR Motor Blues. Paul Jonas, Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, and Glenn Koldenhoff, standing construct KTM. Jasikonis, Anstey, Strybos for JWR Yamaha, Bogas, Brilyakov, Simpson, and the rest. Those graphics go way, way, way too fast, but that was the race classification. And the overall, though, Romain Febvre, Tim Gajser, Jeremy Seewer, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3. Gauthier Paulan, fourth overall with the 4-4. And Jeremy Van Hoorbeek, seventh and sixth this weekend. Anstey ninth overall, Koldenhoff rounding out the top 10. Championship looks like this. Gajser now extends his lead by 6 points over Jeremy Seewer. It was 173. By 4 points, actually, because he had 175. It's going to be 177 now, isn't it? Seewer remains second, Paul third. Tonus up to fourth. And the Manufacturers' Championship looked like this. Honda 591, Yamaha 535, KTM, Husky and Kawasaki. But let's take a look at the FOX Holeshot, shall we? What happened there? Once again, Jeremy Seewer. So 2 out of 2 this weekend for Jeremy Seewer. Moves him to 3 in the FOX Holeshot classification, but it's still Tony Cairoli who heads that with 8. Flags are flying here then, as they always do in the MXGP podiums. The Monster Energy Yamaha right at the bottom of the podium there. Romain Febvre, 461, who was victorious here. 2 wins out of 2 this weekend. He perfect weekend as well. He topped the qualifying race. But Jeremy Seewer, Monster Energy Yamaha back on the podium here this weekend for the 4th time, 3 times in a row actually, both times in Indonesia and Asia, and now here. Tim Gajser, Team HRC, his rowdy fan club, appreciating his efforts here this weekend. Unfortunately for them, it was only 2nd overall, but he does extend his championship lead with 5 rounds to go. But Romain Febvre finally stands on the top step of the podium for the first time in 3 years. It's his 2nd victory here in MXGP as well. He was victorious here in 2015. But a crazy day. Mino Raspanti as well will take the team trophy. Both his guys on the podium. Trophies being delivered though this weekend. Jan Stovicek, the FIM board member, hands a 3rd place trophy to Jeremy Seewer. He's in there somewhere. Tim Gajser receives his 2nd place trophy from the Mayor of Locket, Mr. Peter Adamek. Thank you, sir, for inviting us back time and time again to your wonderful part of the world. Fabulous track, fabulous location. But Romain Febvre, that trophy will take pride of place. He wins the Czech Grand Prix here at Loket. No one probably more prouder than that man there, Manuel Volpato. But Martin de Graaf, the FIM Europe president, handing him his winner's trophy here this weekend. Trophy number 13 for Romain Febvre. Mr. Antonio Alia Portela will deliver the red plate. Tim Gajser continues to lead the championship. He has extended his lead over Jeremy Seewer by another 4 points. That gap now out to 177 as we head to Lommel in Belgium in 1 week's time. And crazy scenes, rapturous scenes. National anthem time for Romain Febvre and his French fans, though, all over the world.
furt je vítězná motorka Romaina Febvra, takže nyní japonská sástina.
Romain Febvre, Monster Energy, Yamaha. Tim Gajser, Team HRC, Jeremy Seewer, Monster Energy, Yamaha. Your top 3 riders here, round 13 of the FIA Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Czech Republic here at Locket. We will talk to the top 3, the other side of these best moments.
Děkujeme i pořadateli AMK Locket Páčer za uspořádání špičkových závodů.
Romain Febvre, massive congratulations. You went 1-1, finally got the job done. I guess a weekend where everything just clicked together. Clearly you felt comfortable out there, but clearly hard work pays off.
Yeah, sure. Like I said before, the long was really long. The road was really long, so so happy. The perfect weekend. I think I did everything won. Only the free practice I was second, so really happy about my riding. My speed was really good. The start as well. So. Finally, the victory 1-1, it's really great. And I have one word for my stepmother. You can clean the garage now. Thank you.
Brilliant, congratulations. Thanks, Romain. Second overall today, we have Tim Gajser. Tim, I guess you can't win them all, but at the same time, you rode really sensible, safe races, thinking of the championship, and you extended your championship lead.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm quite happy. Yesterday we struggled. I mean, like on the track because it's really hard and the bumps are so hard. So I struggled a little bit, but today in the races I felt quite okay rhythm and finished second both times. Roman was really fast on that track, so yeah, well done to him. But anyway, overall I'm really happy. Huge thanks to everyone around me, all the team. And of course, all the fans. They are amazing.
Congratulations, Tim. Thank you. Third overall today, we have Jeremy Seewer. Jeremy, 2 FOX Holeshots, some fantastic racing, but I guess you didn't have any answers for your teammate.
Yeah, actually 3. I holeshotted yesterday, so this is a perfect star weekend, you know, amazing to do that. Of course, Romain, he was on another level the whole weekend. I mean, we saw it yesterday in the first session, how relaxed he was on these kind of conditions. From my side, I struggled free practice, time practice quite a bit, being around top 10, you know, and then we turned it around, made some changes, made it comfortable on the track, and yeah, made it on the podium 3 in a row. Happy with that. Of course, you know, I try to be better and maybe once just stay up front or finish second, you know, but it's a tough competition. Romain was strong, Tim was strong, but happy where we are, happy with everything, really thankful for, you know, for being here, and now I'm looking forward, you know, for Lommel and some sand. See you there.
Thank you.
Jeremy Seewer, third overall for the 3rd consecutive round. 4th third-place finish of the season for him, but that second-place finish in a race and overall in MXGP still eludes him. Of course, so too does a race win and the overall, but he'll take that, and he'll look forward to Lommel in a week's time in Belgium. Tim Gajser had to go 2-2 this weekend. His streak of 7 comes to an end, but he strengthens his grip on the MXGP Championship title race. Pulls clear. He has a 177-point gap now over Jeremy Seewer with 5 rounds to go. And Romain Febvre, a double win here. His first Grand Prix victory in 3 years. Saint-Jean-d'Angely 2016, his 13th career win. Yamaha's 11th victory around this Serpentine circuit as well. He'll look forward to going to Lommel in a week's time as well. Congratulations, Romain Febvre, and everybody at Monster Energy Yamaha. Well, it's been an enthralling Grand Prix here this weekend, round 13. We will do it all again in a week's time. But that is the winning bike of Romain Febvre. Podium was noisy here, as always. But that's it from Loket in Czech Republic, round 13. We will be back in a week's time on MXGP TV when we go to the MXGP of Belgium and, of course, the notoriously deep sand circuit of Lommel in Belgium. Now, if we have conditions like we had in terms of hot weather earlier on this week, then it's going to be very, very tough. But we'll see you in Belgium in a week's time. Bye for now.